What's up, you guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is AmandaMarie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into smelling good, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells. That way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. I want to send a big shout out to all my new subscribers, you guys. Y'all hitting that button means a lot. I know I say that all the time, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You guys just don't know how much your support for me and my channel means. It means the world. So please keep supporting your girl. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep hitting that thumbs up button. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my new fragrances. These are fragrances that I've added to the collection. A few of them were gifted to me, and a few of them I did buy with my own coins. So if you're interested in seeing what I added to the collection, then keep watching. First and foremost, we're gonna get into Vanilla Sex. I don't think I've talked about that fragrance on the channel yet. It was a lot of hype around that fragrance, and I just put my nose on it probably about a week ago at this point. I just smelled it, and I got a couple of things to say about it. I don't know what the girls were smelling, okay? I really don't know. I know that fragrance is very subjective. I know that. I know that what I get and experience with the fragrance is not gonna be the same experience that other people may have. But the girls were really hyping that fragrance up for real. And I'm just like, oh, wait a minute, because we're not smelling the same things, okay? And it really pains me to say this about a Tom Ford fragrance, but I told y'all, Tom Ford sold his brand, I believe, to Estee Lauder. Anytime that happens, in my opinion, I feel like changes are coming. You can tell the difference. At least I can tell the difference when a company has been sold. I can see the difference in creativity. I can see the difference in fragrances and the way that they smell. There's also the whole fact that there is a group that actually regulates what can be added into fragrances. I understand that as well. Some things are not very cost effective. I get it. When I put my nose on Vanilla Sex, I darn near cursed, okay? I almost said a few cuss words in Sephora because I could not believe what I was smelling. I own a bunch of Tom Ford fragrances. Y'all know I love Tom Ford. I've said it in 100 of my videos. You guys know how I feel about Tom Ford fragrances. Love it to death. The house down. But when I smelled Vanilla Sex, it was probably one of the most disappointing releases that I've smelled in a really long time. Y'all know I don't get on and talk about fragrances that I don't like. It's not fun for me. It doesn't benefit me. It doesn't help me in any kind of way. But I have to say, I was very disappointed in Vanilla Sex. Now, upon initial sniff, it smelled very milky to me, and not in a good way. It smelled kind of like baby formula. I'm not gonna say it smelled like puke, but it wasn't giving honey. And again, it makes me wonder and think, what were the girls thinking? Because a lot of people hype that fragrance up, and it is not worth the hype at all. But there are those that really love the fragrance, and again, fragrance is very subjective. You know, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on Vanilla Sex. I will just say that I didn't like it, and I was very disappointed. There are a few other fragrances coming down the line from Tom Ford this year. A few changes they're making of fragrances that they already have in the collection. They're bringing back the Nail Fatale, which I believe was discontinued a while ago. They're bringing that back. So maybe it's gonna be spectacular. Maybe it's going to be everything that Vanilla Sex should have been. We'll have to wait and see. While I was in Sephora, I did pick up a travel size of Black Opium over Red. And now in this fragrance, you're gonna have notes of cherry, vanilla, there's some coffee here, there's some jasmine, orange blossom, black tea, and some patchouli in the base. Now, interesting thing is I've never been a Black Opium fan. You guys know this. I do have a full-size bottle of Black Opium Intense because it leans very vanillic in my opinion. I also have a travel size of Black Opium Lily Parfum, which I absolutely love in my opinion. I should have got a full-size bottle of Lily Parfum versus the Intense, but Lily Parfum had not came out yet, and it really annoys me when they do that. The Lily Parfum, in my opinion, is exceptional. It's really, really good. And oddly enough, I do like this Black Opium over Red. I think people were expecting more cherry from this fragrance, and I was too. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I really was. But I sprayed it on and I wasn't mad at it. I was like, okay, this is really pretty. I will tell you what it is. It is, in my opinion, Lily Parfum, okay, very heavy on the vanilla, and then you get a little bit of the cherry. I get the cherry in the opening right away, and it doesn't give me that Tom Ford Lost Cherry vibe whatsoever. It's just a nice cherry. It's sweet, it's not sour, it's just cherry. But as the fragrance dries down, I feel like I get more of the cherry in the dry down. Initially, I didn't get that, but I have played with this fragrance since I've had it. I actually went into Ulta the other day and I sprayed it again because me and the sales associate, we was just baby chalking it up, smelling everything, kikiing and laughing. And so I sprayed it again. It did, when I sprayed it again, it did give me like a little bit of like a Play-Doh type of smell. And I was like, I didn't get this when I first smelled it, but it could have just been the fact that I had been spraying a lot of fragrances that night. I don't know, but I do like this one. Is it full bottle worthy though? I don't know. I definitely would not pick this one over Lily Parfum. I think Lily Parfum is one of the best Black Opiums, especially if you don't really like the Black Opium DNA. If you don't like coffee, if you're not real big into patchouli, I think Lily Parfum would be the best version, especially if you are a vanilla girly. You're gonna love Lily Parfum. What I would do that's a little bit more cost effective for me is spray the Black Opium Lily Parfum, and I would layer it with the Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I feel like you would get, if not better, you would get the same vibe of Black Opium over Red. So I guess at the end of the day, girl, what I'm saying is save your coins. Okay, so you guys know I've been on my winter fragrance kick real heavy. I am enjoying the cool weather. I'm enjoying everything about it. You guys know the heat annoys me. I decided to pick up a small bottle of By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. This fragrance has been around forever. It is not a new release. I don't know why it took me so long to buy this fragrance in the first place. It is absolutely beautiful. In this fragrance, you have clove, pink pepper, orange blossom, you have chestnut, guaiac wood, juniper. In the base, you have vanilla, Peru balsam, and cashmere. This is just a really pretty scent. I'm not really gonna spend a lot of time talking about it because you guys are already familiar with this fragrance, but as for me, I'm falling in love with it, girl, for the first time, okay? It just reminds me of being in front of a warm, cozy, wood-burning fireplace. I'm in my pajamas, my favorite pajamas, or I'm wrapped up in my favorite like throw. I got me a nice little drink, okay, maybe some hot chocolate or a nice little, you know, glass of something brown. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling the vibes. It's just feeling very comforting and very cozy, and that is what I like about this fragrance. I like the clove in this fragrance because it's not overpowering. You know, sometimes clove can come off smelling a little bit like smoky, but in this one it's very, you know, toned down. It's very mild. It's there, but it's not doing the most. It just smells like a wood burning fireplace. Very realistic for me, and I just absolutely love it. So this is just gonna be one of those fragrances that, you know, each and every time it gets cold, I'm gonna pull out the By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. I also purchased did this fragrance go viral on TikTok or Instagram or somewhere? I'm not sure. But I wanted to get my hands on it immediately. But it's been out for a little bit now, probably about maybe at this point 2 months. But this is Khamrah Qawha. This is the flanker to Khamrah, which is made by Lattafa. This fragrance is beautiful. Now, I was a little bit scared of the top because y'all know I had a problem taking off the top in the original Khamrah. And in case you guys don't know what Khamrah looks like, let me get it for you. This is the original Khamrah by Lattafa, and this is the flanker called Khamrah Qawha, okay? You can see the differences in the bottles. People were comparing this one to Kilian's Angel Share, which I feel like it is not a dupe of Kilian Angel Share. It does have like the similar nuances to Kilian's Angel Share. Like you get that sweet, boozy kind of dried fruit cognac vibe. But in my opinion, I think this fragrance is a standalone fragrance. I would not compare it to Kilian's Angel Share. There are some dupes out there that are really duping Angel Share, and I wouldn't say that this is one of them. Spray a little bit here in the air. Y'all, this is beautiful. Oh my God, it's bright. It is sweet, it's boozy, it's warm. Now, if you're not a lover or a fan of a coffee note in fragrances, I think you will be okay with this one. Me personally, I love coffee, and I'm just gonna say the coffee in this is light work, okay? It's light, it's light. I mean, you get a hint of coffee in this fragrance, but it is not the star of the show at all. The opening of the fragrance, I do pick up on those spicy notes like the cinnamon, the cardamom, and the ginger. But after about 2 to 3 hours of wearing this fragrance, what I'm left with is vanilla and musk. I feel like the musk is very prominent in the dry down. So if you're not really a fan of like a soft, sweet musk, you may not like this, but for me, I think it is absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion, I wish they would have came out with this one first. Still have that Khamrah DNA in this fragrance, okay? You can totally smell it, and it reminds you of Khamrah. That's what a flanker really should do. It should remind you of the original fragrance. If it doesn't, it shouldn't even be called a flanker, in my opinion. Now, someone asked me if they think that they needed both. If you were a big fan of the original Khamrah release, and because this is very affordable, I picked this up on Amazon for probably $40 and some change. I would say go ahead and add to cart because it is affordable. Give it a 10 out of 10. It is really, really good. Okay, this next fragrance is called Bois de Santal, and it is from the house of Brandt. You guys know I absolutely love Brandt. They are one of my favorite up-and-coming niche brands, and I think they have done an amazing job. So they really don't have a lot of fragrances on their catalog at this point. This is their third release. The first release was Genesis. The second release was Clea. And now we have Bois de Santal, which is their Santal fragrance. And Santal is also known as sandalwood. So this is their sandalwood fragrance, and it is gorgeous. This fragrance is all about the sandalwood, aka santal. In the top you have sandalwood, cardamom. In the middle you have more sandalwood, you have orris, and you have violet. In the base you have more sandalwood, vanilla, cashmere wood, and olibanum. Olibanum is like frankincense. It is a resin. It can come off smelling a bit like incense, maybe a little smoky. That is what olibanum is gonna give you. So interesting enough for me, and I don't know if this is the same with you guys, but when I smell santal, oftentimes I get two different variations, okay? I get like an extreme woodiness. It's bright and woody. And then on the other hand, I get something sweet and creamy. In this fragrance, it gives me the best of both worlds. When it opens up, immediately I get that santal nuance, which kind of reminds me of Lily Santal 33. Okay, because that's the only fragrance that comes to mind because it's very popular. So I do get that santal 33 vibe, you know. But as this dries down, I get a sweet, creamy sandalwood, and that's the part that I love. Yeah, in that opening, I'm definitely picking up on the santal. It's like it reminds me of something woody. It reminds me of papyrus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the note of papyrus, but it's very woody, very kind of earthy almost. But again, as this dries down, that calms down and it takes a different direction, a different turn. It turns into that sweet, creamy sandalwood that I love. The orris and the violet gives it a powdery touch, so it dries down sweet, woody, and powdery. And I think it's a beautiful scent. For their first santal fragrance, I think they knocked it out of the park. As I did my research on santal, there are certain notes that make up a proper santal fragrance, and they actually included those notes in this fragrance, which is the sandalwood, the cardamom, the orris or violet. Those are three notes that actually are composed of a santal fragrance, but they added the olibanum or frankincense in this fragrance, which gives it a different kind of spin. In my opinion, the olibanum gives the fragrance more character, okay? It sets it apart from the other santal fragrances, because I feel like if you smell one santal fragrance, you've kind of smelled them all, in my opinion. It's just those little bit of a tweak that can set it apart from fragrances like Santal 33, and I think adding that olibanum was a really good touch in this fragrance. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I love it. I feel like this is a fragrance you could literally wear all year round. I know this fragrance is going to bang in the summertime, and I cannot wait to wear it. This in the summertime, this is definitely gonna be like fresh white t-shirt and jeans, and I'm spraying this all over my body because it's just gonna be beautiful. You can get this in a 10 ml, and I do have a code. Everything will be down below. If you want to use the code, save yourself some money, okay? Again, this is Bois de Santal by House of Brandt. Hey, your girl went into Bath & Body Works last weekend, and I picked up the new Sweetheart Cherry fragrance. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was very much impressed. Now, when I was younger, I was a big fan of Bath & Body Works. And every now and again, they do get me. I think the last time I was really excited about a Bath & Body Works release was when they came out with Coffee and Whiskey, or Whiskey and Coffee. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then I smelled this one and I was excited all over again. Y'all, Sweetheart Cherry is really good. It really is. Man, if you're into cherry fragrances, if you love fragrances like Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, if you like fragrances like Love Fest Burning Cherry by Kayali. If you like cherry, you're going to like this. In this fragrance, there are notes of wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. Now, at initial spray, I do get that wild cherry note, and it smells like candy. I don't pick up much of the crushed pistachio, just being honest, especially in the dry down. I'm getting the whipped vanilla. So at the end of the day, for me, I pick up cherries and vanilla, but I think this is a beautiful scent. I did pick it up also in the body cream because I want to layer with this. I think this would be good to wear with Black Opium. This would be good to pretty much layer with anything, okay? And I believe they brought this out for Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this is a new fragrance because I want to say I smelled strawberry pound cake at the same time. That was a good one too, but at that point, Sweetheart Cherry had already stole my heart, child. I was just like, oh yes, I'm going home with this. I think this would be great for everyday wear. I think this fragrance is going to be great in the summertime. I think this would be good to wear for bedtime. It is an easy grab. It is a really easy grab, especially if you like cherries. So yeah, I picked these two up at Bath and Body Works and I have no regrets. I love them, okay? And I cannot wait to play with them and layer them with all of my other fragrances. So I was gifted Dylan by Rosie Jane, and y'all, I absolutely love this fragrance. Oh my goodness. I know people went crazy behind Dulce, but Dylan has my heart for real, y'all. I'm telling you, when I smelled this, it just was like a blast from the past. You know, it reminded me, oh my God, let me spray it right. It reminded me of that Abercrombie fragrance. Y'all know the one that if you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. Like all the boys was wearing that Abercrombie fragrance, and that is exactly what it reminds me of. Y'all, when I tell you the longevity on this is top tier. Okay, I didn't get that with Dulce. Dulce was light work for me. This is heavy work, okay? This thing got motion. It has motion and I love it. Listen, this is a beautiful straight out of the shower skin scent, and y'all know how much I love a good skin scent, honey. Like, it's right up there with the gourmands for me, okay? Love it. It is fresh. It's woody. That olibanum gives it a slight little incensey smell. Real light, okay? Mostly what I'm picking up is the woods and the musk. It is just a beautiful skin scent. Your skin, but better, wearing your boyfriend's t-shirt type of vibe. That is what I get from Dylan by Rosie Jane. It is absolutely gorgeous. So if you have a man in your life, y'all know Father's Day. Oh child, Father's Day is so far away. But anyway, if you have a man in your life and you want to get him something, a fragrance for his birthday or whatever occasion, Dylan by Rosie Jane. It is super affordable. I want to say you can get this off of the Sephora website if I'm not mistaken. But y'all, it is so good. I'm just gonna have to put this in my top affordable fragrances for life because it is so good. Have I put a dent in this already? Oh my God, have I dented this fragrance? It looked like I didn't put a little dent in here. I'm not surprised because when I first smelled this, I went crazy. I lost it. It is just so good. It's so good. It was very reminiscent of the boys from back in the day, they used to wear the Abercrombie fragrance and we was all going crazy, okay? That's what it reminds me of. And you, like I said, the longevity on this is top tier, because when I first got it, I was wearing a sweatsuit and I sprayed it. Y'all, I washed it. I can still smell Dylan in my dang clothes after I wash my clothes. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I love this. Look at my hand, y'all. Look at that. Look at that oil on my hand. Too good, okay? It's too good. I love Dylan. This is backup bottle worthy for me. I could see myself wearing this all summer. Easy grab, nothing to think about. It smells amazing. Now, I would say for a skin scent, it does lean a little bit on the masculine side. So I don't know if you're a person that's really not into those type of masculine scents, you may not like this. But for those of you who do, if you don't mind a little masculinity in your fragrance, get Dylan by Rosie Jane, okay? You will have no regrets. It is so good. So good. Y'all believe I actually won a giveaway? And I didn't even know I had signed up for the giveaway, but I guess because this person is in FragCom, and just by me automatically like liking the post and sharing the post, which I would just share the post anyway, you know, just to support. I ended up putting myself in the entry. And so when he did there was a program, I guess, that he used to do the giveaway, and it actually stopped on my name. So, you know, I kind of manifested this too, because he actually sent me a travel size of this fragrance, and I believe I talked about it in previous videos. I want to say it was summer of 2023. I can't remember, but I remember saying to myself, like, I really need a full-size bottle of this fragrance, because it is full-size bottle worthy. It is really, really good. And this is HipHop from Zernel Gilly. Now, you may know that name from Disco, because he released Disco, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and it was so much buzz behind Disco. So last year he released 2 new fragrances, one called Techno, one called HipHop, and I fell in love with HipHop. Techno is good too, but HipHop is just exceptional, okay? Exceptional. In HipHop, you get notes of blackcurrant, bergamot, saffron, cognac, hedione, labdamen, green notes, white musk, ambroxan, cacao, and dark chocolate. This fragrance is just, it's fun to me. It's fun. And if you are like I love hip hop, like I grew up on hip hop, I could totally get the vibes from this fragrance. And also I want to make mention that Zernel Gilly is a DJ. So a lot of his fragrances are featured around music and things like that. And I'm a big lover of music, honey. I love music and I love hip hop. And when I smell this, it just makes me want to dance. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like dancing. It just smells so good. It opens up bright from the bergamot. I get that ambroxan out of this fragrance, which kind of smells like a your skin but better type of note. I do get the green note in here, but it's not over the top. So if you're not a lover of fragrances smelling green, I think you'll be okay with this. But I am pulling up the cacao and the dark chocolate. I'm also getting the blackcurrant in the top, which gives this like a sweet fruity smell, and mixed in with that bergamot, it makes the fragrance very bright, you know. As this dries down though, I'm really getting the ambroxan, I'm getting the cacao, and I'm getting the dark chocolate. So I would not consider this a gourmand, okay, but it does have gourmand, it does have a little bit of a gourmand feel to it. because of the dark chocolate. It is just really amazing. It is just a really good scent. Disco was a really amazing fragrance, very popular, but I feel like Hip Hop is going to take the #1 seat, in all honesty, because Hip Hop is just, ooh, it's so good, y'all. It is so good. It is just, it's taking me a lot not to spray this all over my body right now. It really is. Let me just spray a little bit over the Dylan and see what that's gonna give later on. Those two really might be good to layer together. Oh man, I get that cacao and the chocolate. It's, oh, this is just amazing. This is just a really good scent. I love it. And I feel like I manifested this because I knew that travel size was not going to last me. And I knew that I wanted a full size bottle. I knew it immediately from the first time I smelled this. So I got my full size bottle. Good, it's good. Have you tried Hip Hop? Have y'all tried anything from Zernell Gilly? Comment down below. Also, he is a black perfumer. So let's not forget, we should definitely be supporting our black owned brands. Don't sleep on the black owned brands. These black perfumers are doing some amazing things. They really, really are. And every time I smell something from a black perfumer, it's just, it amazes me. The level of talent is just crazy, okay? It is crazy. So let's not sleep on our black owned brands. They really deserve the acknowledgement because they are doing a great job. So those were the fragrances that I just added into my collection. Comment down below and let me know what you just added into your collection that you love, that you just cannot get enough of. If you're into fragrances, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying my content. It lets the algorithm know that you're enjoying my content, and it just pushes my videos up so that other people can enjoy them as well. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in to another video. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are having a beautiful day, and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.